So you're looking at buying a Wagner Control 150M. Stick around, let's see how we get on spraying. There's a cleaning video up there and we'll see what I think at the end of the video. Any questions? Drop them down in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Let's jump in. So we're back with another budget range sprayer. This time the Wagner Control 150, 240 volt, 7.5 meter hose, hopper this time, so no suction pipe like the Erbauer. It comes with two tips, a 311 and a 515. Boasts about being a low efficiency, lower pressure, so better fan, less wear on the pump and easier to perform. Let's see how true that is. Quite a compact sprayer. There's the two tips. It comes with a little mounting on there, a few instructions, hopper and a little filter in there, little return hose, so you can pop that lid on when you fill it up with paint. Prime valve, spray and prime, on button, and there's the hose. The gun's all right. Quite a small little guard actually, but feels okay. It's a bit bulky for me, but it's budget range. No pressure gauge and also no manifold filter. It's just got the little filter in the hopper. It has a filter in the gun, and to get the filter out you just pull and then you will hold the top and twist. And there's your filter. Goes flat end at the bottom, knobbly bit at the top, and there's a spring in there as well. A couple of details I'll pop on the screen now for a few of the specs. It's pretty lightweight. You could do with a little handle really, and then you could carry that around with a bit of painting, but there is no handle, so that's a bit of a shame. Otherwise you'll have to be carrying it around like a big bowl of soup. It's another sprayer that's not really a repairable unit. The part that you can buy and replace is the outlet valve right at the front there. Other than that, it's not really one that can be broke down and all the parts changed like the bigger units where you can change the packings, the pistons, things like that. So again, because it's budget range, it's more to me as a disposable unit until we start upgrading to the bigger ones. So 240 volt with an alright size cord on there. Throws out 0.9 litres a minute. Max tip 517. So these tips are the HEA ones, the high efficiency airless. The guard's a little bit different. This is a Tritech guard, so it doesn't screw all the way on, so I doubt it's going to work very well. So stick with the guard that it comes with and go with the HEA tips, as they're the tips that are recommended for this unit. So as it's a lower powered one, it's trying to gain everything back from low pressure tips, so you're not having to run the machine at a higher rate to get it to spray nice. It's going to be having a softer fan because of the tips. Let's see how soft they are. It's only 4.4 kg, so pretty light when it comes to portability. Just to throw it out there, if we compare it to the Erbauer one that I've done a video on, that was £200. This one's somewhere around, at the time of recording, £300 to £350, depending where you get it online or Screwfix or somewhere like that. The Erbauer one is 600 watt. It also throws out 1.1 litres a minute as opposed to this one that is 0.9 litre per minute. This one's 7.5 meter hose, the Erbauer 9 meter hose, and the only other difference, purely because we're talking about budget ranges, this one's pretty handy because it's a hopper. The other one is the suction pipe, where it's got to dip into the paint, whereas you pour your paint into this. The only difference that I would have liked this one to have is a pressure adjustment. This is just on and off. So you've got to have your paint consistencies right because there's no variation, to try and increase a bit of pressure to get it spraying a little bit nicer. Not that the Erbauer one does that much, but at least you've got a little bit of something. So let's get some paint in it. Let's see how it sprays. Add the paint. So I'm just going to put the hose in the bucket, flick it in prime, turn it on so that the paint comes through. There we go, that's paint now. So wait for that to dribble out and we'll pop it back in. And then flick it into spray. Turn her on. I have diluted the paint down, probably 30% because it's a mist coat, and I've had to run it through quite a bit to get it to stop tailing. We'll see what it's like now, see what the fan pattern's like on this wall, and see how it copes. Bit drippy on the guard. Very spitty. Let's see how wide that fan is. It is 10-inch. I prefer the Erbauer, especially for the money. This is more expensive and it just doesn't seem like it's got enough guts. But I'll keep miscoating, wipe the guard, and finish up. Trick is keep your finger on the trigger. So how did it stand? Well, a little bit of fiddling with the dilution of the paint. Once that got down, it did spray all right, but if you're trying to spray rooms, you're going to be filling up that hopper all the time. So I had to fill it up twice to do the little room that I was doing anyway. If you're getting it to spray a few rooms, or even you're doing a house up, then the hopper's not ideal because, as I say, you're topping it up all the time. But I got it spraying quite well in the end. It's not the best unit I've ever used, but we got it to spray. It looks pretty good. The finish is going to be there anyway. So how did it fare? Well, we sprayed the room, diluted the paint down. I had to go back to add a little bit more water to get it to stop tailing. There's no pressure adjustment, like I said, so it's just on. So you do need to get your dilution rates quite there to begin with to save you coming back and forth. I found that the best way to do it was finger on the trigger and just go. Stop, don't keep pulling the trigger. I was getting quite a few spits, but obviously if you keep your finger on, you're going to avoid that from the on and offs. Sounded like a bit of a lawnmower going off, so it were obviously it's ticking over quite a lot in the background, but again, budget range, what do you expect? It's not the best, it still does a job. If you found the video helpful, smash the like, hit subscribe, all those things help the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one.